In today's gospel, Jesus offers us advice regarding attendance at banquets. Whenever we hear Jesus speak about a banquet, especially a wedding banquet, we know he is speaking about the reign of God. The reign of God is essentially the fulfillment of the marriage covenant between God and his people. In Jesus Christ, God has entered into a marriage covenant with us. Jesus is the groom, and the church, you and I, are the bride. Now, there are two elements to Jesus' recommendations today. First, when you're invited to a wedding banquet, take the lowest place. And second, when you give a banquet, invite those who cannot repay you by inviting you back. According to the social customs of Jesus' day, what the Pharisee in the parable was doing was common and actually expected. The well-to-do and those of high position were very accustomed to showing off at banquets, trying to impress each other, and jockeying for a higher place at the banquet. But Jesus says this is not the way it is in the reign of God. Why? Because in the eyes of God, all are equal. All, whether rich or poor, in high or low positions, we are all God's children. We are all equally loved and valued by God. He warns us that those who exalt themselves will be humbled, but those who humble themselves will be exalted. We hear a very similar thing in the first reading from the book of Sirach. Conduct your affairs with humility, and you will be loved more than a giver of gifts. Humble yourself the more, the greater you are, and you will find favor with God. Jesus tells us today that we can experience the kingdom of God right here and now, if only we change the way we think, the way we see, and the way that we behave. His main point can be summed up in one word: humility. The way to the kingdom is humility. Take the lower place, not the higher. Associate with those who are forgotten and those who everyone else regards as lesser. Love everyone. Treat everyone as your brother and sister. Invite to your table those who cannot repay you or make you look good. Don't seek to be exalted, but humble yourself. Don't wait to be served on, but serve the least. Humility is the key. It's the key to the kingdom of God. Humility is the way of perfect love. When we are humble, we open ourselves up to love. We increase our capacity for loving, and in return, we will receive more love. It makes sense, doesn't it? If we are arrogant and all puffed up, if we see ourselves as better than most, we will end up closing ourselves off to those we judge as less than ourselves. We reduce our capacity to love and to be loved. When we humble ourselves, we open ourselves to everyone and seek to love them and to be loved by them. Humility allows us to accept the other as other, different from ourselves, but worthy of love and worthy of a seat at our table. The differences we see in the other don't matter any longer because we don't see ourselves as the standard by which everyone else is to be judged. We accept people as they are and seek to learn from them, and then true friendship is possible. Humility is why Jesus was able to sit down to dinner with sinners and those who his society rejected. He accepted them and loved them as they were. He didn't judge them as unworthy of his company. He invited them to conversion, just as he did with his closest friends. But he loved them as they were. If we are Jesus' disciples, then this is what we must also do. We are called to grow in humility so that we can increase our capacity to give love and to receive love. We are called to love those who are different from ourselves, even people we disagree with or whose religion or politics are different from our own. When we practice humility, we experience the kingdom of God as something not far off in the future, light years away, but rather as something very real, something taking place right here and right now.